Monty's program for alfalfa begins with an application of Monty's liquid carbon or nanobind at a rate of 64 ounces per acre applied directly to the soil anytime between your last cutting and spring greenup. In season, Monty's offers products formulated for specific plant needs during each growth stage. Begin in the spring at greenup by applying 16 to 24 ounces of Monty's 8-16-8 per acre. Then follow up with an application of 16 to 24 ounces of Monty's 8-16-8 per acre approximately 4 to 7 days after each cutting throughout the growing season to help optimize plant performance and nutrient analysis. Remember that Monty's is a true foliar plant food. So for best results, you need to wait until the plant has about 3 to 4 inches of regrowth so that there's enough plant material to take in our product. In the fall, prior to dormancy, we recommend using Monty's 4-15-12 tank mix with 64 ounces per acre of Monty's liquid carbon or nanobind as a winterization application. This will help your crop store needed energy in the roots and prepare it for rapid greenup this spring. Monty's will tank mix with most farm chemicals, allowing you the flexibility to apply it with your herbicide or pesticide applications, giving you the freedom and cost savings of tank mix flexibility. Remember, anytime your crop is under stress, from weather, insects, disease, fungus, or nutrient deficiency, we recommend an additional pass of 16 to 32 ounces per acre of Monty's 8-16-8 to provide the nutrients your plant needs to help it successfully deal with these added stresses. Now that you know how to apply Monty's on alfalfa, let's check in with Monty's reps from across the country with a few more ideas on how you can implement the Monty's program on your farm.
We're here and it's early spring and this alfalfa is coming right out of dormancy, and what I'd like to see people do right now is come in with either 8-16-8 or 4-15-12 and hit this right here with either a pint and a half to 2 pints. And I'd like to see a little more growth than what's here. You could probably wait a little bit, but as we can see, it's already greening up. It's a foliar application. We want it mainly on the leaf, and that's going to help get this a good start right now. It's going to help get a good start. It helps get some growth. It's going to minimize stress, and it's going to give you a good, high-quality forage for your livestock or to sell.
We're in an alfalfa field right now. This alfalfa has been cut about 10 days. Excellent opportunity and an excellent timing to spray this alfalfa. We got good leaf surface. We always tell you and encourage you to be sure and wait a week to 10 days after you cut your hay and alfalfa so that we have the leaf surface there for our plant food to be absorbed into the plant, and that way it feeds the plant very fast, and it takes all the nutrients in and does an outstanding time. So we want you to wait about a week to 10 days after you cut your hay, your alfalfa or whatever before you feed it, so we have plenty of leaf surface for our plant food to go into the plant and feed that plant and keep it healthy.
We are now in an alfalfa field. We're in northern Indiana. And as you can see, this is a new seeding of alfalfa, and it's under severe stress. We have at least probably 3 forms of stress in this field right now. One, we're seeing a lot of weeds, different varieties. Secondly, you can see discoloration, that a lot of that has been caused by the insect pressure. We're seeing leaf hoppers in here, which have obviously reached threshold and causing a lot of discoloration. And we believe probably some compaction in this field too. As you can see, the seeding took kind of unevenly, and we think some of that may be due to some compaction layers. The more stress a plant is going through at any point in its life, it ends up being more susceptible to further stresses along the way. As it started out, maybe under a little bit of stress to start with, then it was more susceptible to those insects coming in. The insects, as it's damaging the crop, make it more susceptible to other stresses that may affect it on down the road. So not only are we dealing with stresses that we see today, but we want to try and kind of spoon feed and bring this crop back before other stresses take it down even further. Right now, this field, while it's under stress, could probably use a shot of 8-16-8. 8-16-8 and all the Monty's products work especially under pressure to help kind of pull that plant or that crop through those stresses. It's not a miracle cure, but it's going to help that crop deal with those stresses more efficiently.
We're here in northwest Tennessee, and this is a 40-acre alfalfa patch, basically right here on top of the hill, and you can see how it winds all the way down the hills, or the top of the ridges of the hills right through here. This is Roundup Ready alfalfa, so whenever I go to make my glyphosate pass, I'll put 16 to 24 ounces of Monty's in it, the 8-16-8. And what you'll start to see is it green up a lot quicker, and you'll see it also get a better stand on it. And also you're going to lock in a lot better crude protein on it. And that really helps out tremendously. So really, as far as a management aspect, after you go and you cut it, you can wait 7 to 10 days or just however long it takes you to really get some green foliar leaf available. And the more broadleaf available you have, the more effective the product's going to be, the more the plant will be able to take in. So then at that point in time you can take and spray it, and you're really going to see it green up, and you're really going to see it come on, as to where granular fertilizers and some solutions, you could take and spray them, and you have to worry about a burn factor and things along those lines. The biggest benefit to it is it allows you to micromanage your facility in the aspect where whenever it comes through drought conditions or stressful situations, you can come out and you can spray the 8-16-8 over the top when you're not getting rain or anything like that. And if you can keep it green, you can keep it growing, is the kind of the easiest way I like to refer to it, meaning more or less after you come out and you cut, 7 to 10 days, whenever you get enough broadleaf there available, so that way whenever you spray it, it's going to really be able to take up as much as it can. If you can take it and spray it at that point in time, you're really going to see a big difference out of it, and it's really going to take off for you. So in that aspect, it allows you to micromanage your facility, as to where other true fertilizers and solutions don't allow you to do so.
Today is looking very overcast, like we might get some showers. One, you can go ahead and spray Monty's up to the point of rain, as long as Monty's has a chance to get into that plant. That's what we're looking for. Even if real life hits and the rain comes sooner than you think it will, and it doesn't have a pure chance to get directly into the plant, what does get washed off the leaf surface can still penetrate the soil, get absorbed through the root mass, and benefit the plant. If it's dry, Monty's does not take rain to need to be broken down, converted. Monty's is already plant food. So as soon as it hits that leaf surface and gets into that plant, it's already starting to feed that crop.
Yes, we're in the alfalfa field looking at the field for our customer, and we're mainly concerned with weevil. It's the time of year for the weevil to be out and to be in the alfalfa. We're seeing some weevil being in some alfalfa fields. Very important that you scout your alfalfa fields for the weevil, because they can really hammer your alfalfa, and they can eat it to the point to where it actually stresses the plant, and it can't even kill it if it's bad enough. But one thing you can keep in mind at this stage of the alfalfa, and we've got weevil, I would definitely encourage you to spray it and take care of the weevil, knock them out, and let the alfalfa come on up and mature and get you some good quality hay and tons. If your alfalfa's up and it's in close to being cut, if it's in within a week's time to being cut, for the cost of application of spraying the insecticide, I would tell you to go ahead and cut it, because if there's no forage here for the weevil to feed on, they're not going to be here. So you can either spray the alfalfa with an insecticide at this stage, or if your alfalfa is up and say it's 5 or 6, 8 days from cutting, then I would probably tell you to make a decision to cut the alfalfa, take it off the field, and the weevil are going to leave. So once again, make sure and scout your fields, look for your insects, your weevils, and so forth, because leaf hoppers, they can all damage this crop and really put a hurt on it. So be sure and be out checking your alfalfa fields for your different insects.
One of the other advantages of Monty's is that it will tank mix with pretty much any other pesticide out there, whether it's herbicide, insecticide. In this area, for example, in southern Michigan, they've been having problems with weevils, and we're standing in an alfalfa field. Anytime that you're going through the field spraying an insecticide or anything else in the field, it's a great time to tank mix Monty's. Not only is it saving you a pass later on, but it's also feeding that crop while it's typically under stress with whatever problem you're trying to correct.
For additional information, to answer specific questions about irrigation or particular crop recommendations, or to find a dealer in your area, visit www.montysplantfood.com or call 1-800-978-6342. If you're already using Monty's products, thank you, and we look forward to hearing your success stories. If not, we ask you to try it on a section of your farm this season. so that you too can join the growing number of farmers who harvest results with Monty's.